Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Let's Play Kingdom Hearts 4. If you watched the last episode, we sort of left off with Roxas being in a state where he's finally figured out everything that's going on here. This is a fake world. He's not supposed to exist. Things are crazy. He's finally at a point in this fake world where they're not even letting him communicate with other people anymore. Things are just going nuts. So what we're going to do here today is sort of see the resolution of all that conflict, and then we're going to be moving ahead with how we can move ahead in the story here. So we're really going to get some major highlights. We saw a symbol in that last room in the previous episode, so now we're just going to draw that symbol here and see where it goes. And it looks like it's doing something crazy now that we actually drew it there. It's creating an entry point into the floor. So it looks like there's a basement level here that we can go down into. And as I say that, I'm trying to keep my mind fresh and keep all chests that we can find visible. I'm not sure. I know that we will be able to return to this world later, but I'm not sure if we'll be able to return to the data version of this world, which is the version that we're in currently. So I want to make sure we get everything possible that we can get while we're here, in case we don't have the opportunity to come back and get things here. Like I've said in other Let's Plays in the past, I'm not a completionist. I definitely won't 100% this game or anything like that, but I do like to get what's like readily available, you know, like the things that you'd be stupid not to get. But it looks like Roxas here is having a mental breakdown, because of course he is. But he's actually just remembering. Is he remembering this? Is he remembering his time with the organization? And the ones that are not hooded are actually ones that died in the Game Boy game. Except for Axel, of course, we've seen him. They're just ones we've seen before, supposedly. So ones that died in the Game Boy game, or Axel here. And then, of course, down here, we have member 13, Roxas. So he's remembering his time in the organization very well now. Roxas was a key member of the organization way back in the day. But if we go through and play that game, which I'm sure we will at some point in time, we will see that. I kind of want to play Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3 prior to playing those games. This might be like a big series in the Let's Plays for next year, depending on how we're doing with Pokemon stuff. But I do kind of like to switch it up and keep like a variety of content coming out on the channel. But this is just sort of part of the backstory of how Roxas got here, so there's that.
He holds half of Sora's power with him. In the end, he'll have to give it back. Until then, he'll need another personality to throw off his pursuers.
Poor thing.
It's the fate of a nobody.
But here we go. Yeah, Roxas is starting to remember all of it now. And he's like, oh boy. And this episode is a little bit shorter than the episodes that'll be coming out this week. Like I said, I'm really trying to hit, like, this episode will be 25 minutes. The next episode will be like 40-some minutes. And then I forget what Friday's episode is going to be looking like. But I really like to hit right around that 30-minute mark. For me, that's like the perfect voiceover length to sort of reply to. So, that is like a big thing. But there we go. Roxas, out of frustration, has destroyed the computer. Because technology's taken over the world, man. And I'm going to use this advantage here to save. Like I said, I like to save anywhere that I possibly can. It's just advantageous to do so. And fun story here. The first time I played Kingdom Hearts 1 when I was a young lad, if any of you had the PS1, you'll recall to save, you had to have a memory card that you would insert into the PS1, so that way you could actually save progress for when you would move forward. So what had happened is I had made it all the way to Hollow Bastion as a little kid without realizing that you could apply abilities or anything like that. So I was just The standard 3-hit combos like we're seeing here was all I had to get me through the entirety of the game. I knew I could switch Keyblades, but I didn't know anything about abilities. Made it all the way to Hollow Bastion, and then my memory card became corrupt. And I said I would never play another game in the series. I played Kingdom Hearts 2 and beat it when it came out a little while later. And then I think when I was around 16 or so, I went back and replayed all of the games and beat them in their entirety. And then, yeah, just a couple years ago, played through Kingdom Hearts 3. So that is how I got into this wonderful series. It was definitely a love-hate relationship at times, but I'm glad that I stuck through it. The story, for as convoluted as it is, it has its moments that I think are pretty cool and a lot of fun and relatable in some ways. So really cool to play through like a series like this. It's really in-depth and fun. And here is the return of Axel.
You really do remember me this time. I'm so flattered. But you're too late.
And he's got 2 Keyblades, and even Axel's surprised by that.
Come here, I'll make it all stop. Burn, baby! Boxes! Yeah, come
But yeah, I'm gonna pause here for a second. I'll be right back. And I am back. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We are mid-Axel fight, and this fight is actually a really, really cool fight in this game. It's one of my favorites. Just the way it's laid out, and I mean, if you're not familiar with it, like how devastating this can be, because like each step we take on here while the ground is hot lava like that, we are taking damage. So like, it is imperative we get him in a state where we can hit him against the ground and stop that, so that way we're not continuously taking damage throughout the fight for no reason. And he's about to initiate that again, I'm pretty sure. No, this is his big move. Okay, so we're gonna take a ton of damage here. I'm gonna potion up. Yeah, and even that really didn't do, I mean, it helped, but we want to get him out here and get him where we can do that, yeah, the triangle button maneuver there as quickly as possible, so that way we stop taking damage. Oh, but I just continuously keep taking damage here. Okay, here we go. We're going to get him in a situation where we're not going to continue to do that. There we go. We beat him off. So that one wasn't too bad. Yeah, that'll be our final Roxas battle, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that wraps it up for him. It's funny that I was able to beat him, because he is the assassin. I guess he would hold back, though, because we were close friends throughout the series. We were best friends, to be brutally honest.
And they'll destroy you.
No one will miss me.
So I'm like, who would miss me? Nobody would miss me. And he's like, that's not true. I would.
Axel.
And then these two have a heartbreaking moment
In
here.
the next life.
Yeah, I'll be waiting.
Silly. Just because you have a next life.
He's like, just because you have a next life. Kind of inferring that he doesn't have a next one. Like, this is the end of the road for him. But yeah, that's probably going to be our first big major battle. Let's go and check out what this is. The power of darkness prevents entry. So we can't go that way. But that's likely good news. That likely means in the future we can return to this world. So I'm willing to live with that. That is completely fair. And now we got these anal plugs in this room here.
Donald.
Donald's in one. And so isn't Goofy. Where's our main man? Where is he? I want to see him. Come on, bring him to me. There we go. We get to see the main man himself.
At last,
The Keyblade chosen one. That is
Who are
me,
you
sir.
talking to? Me? Or Sora?
To half of Sora, of course.
He's like to the half of Sora.
What I need is someone to move out.
And we're talking about the organization now. Yeah, we need the light to destroy Organization 13.
Why? Who are you?
I am a servant of the world.
He is a person of the world. Good for you. Good for you,
If
man.
I'm a servant, then you should consider yourself a tool at best.
Oh boy. He's really putting Roxas
Supposed
down.
to be a joke? Cause I'm not laughing.
Roxas goes to strike him down. Ah, and he just created himself in the data world.
This is only a data-based projection.
You bastard, you. Yeah, I would have been pretty ticked off at that too. Roxas is clearly out of control here. He's just losing it. But to be fair, I mean, the whole man's world is shattering before his eyes. This is the end of the road for him. And he is now well aware of that.
Come, over here.
He wants us to reconnect with Sora. That's why he wants us to go over there.
I hate you so much.
You should share some of that hatred with Sora. He's far too nice for his own good.
No! My heart belongs to me.
It's like, my heart belongs to me. But I believe we have stepped too close.
Sora.
And now we see him, the main man himself. Sora in the flesh.
You're lucky. Looks like my summer vacations.
Looks like his summer vacation is over. That really is like, I know like people will say like, oh, that could have been a lot more. And just to be clear, that is the intro of the game. That was the intro there. You're gonna see that in Kingdom Hearts 3 as well. It has like a 4-hour intro. It's ridiculous. But that was the introduction to the game. But yeah, a lot of people, like a lot of things Roxas says, like I know one of his most devastating moments is like, he's gonna lose one of his best friends and he's like, who will I eat ice cream with now? And people are like, oh wow, that's your main concern? But like, that's the only way he knows how to express himself. Oh my god, it's King Mickey, Jesus. But yeah, Roxas really does not know how to express who he is as a person. Because like, he doesn't really know that he's a person in a sense. Like, his whole world is like this.
Who's there?
Where like, he knows his existence is a means to an end.
Sora, wake up!
So things like that, saying like my summer vacation is over and everything else, is like actually really impactful for what he is saying. Like it's a pretty big deal. It's like the closest to an emotional moment you're gonna get with the guy. You know, he cares about his friends, and the little things he knows about his friends are the things that he cares about. So like, that summer vacation was his world. That's all that he knew. So that's really what he's saying, is like, my summer vacation is over, is the equivalent of him saying, well, I guess my life is done. I just feel like he gets a lot of hate for that, but like, there's no reason to hate on him for any of that. Like, it doesn't make sense to judge him based off of that. It's not a fair... I don't even know why I'm defending him, but yeah, I've seen a lot of people post stupid stuff about that, and they're like, ha ha ha, and it's like, no, that's That's what he knows. But here you can see, yeah, their memories of the Game Boy game have been completely wiped. They don't remember it. That was the, I guess, sort of the outro of that game was they could leave Castle Oblivion, which was seen in a previous cut screen, with the memories they had gained there, but some of the memories would be fake. And they wouldn't know what was the truth and what was fake, or Naminé could restore Sora's memories back to where they were prior to Castle Oblivion. But that meant him forgetting about the organization, forgetting about Roxas, and a whole bunch of other things, so he's sort of left in the dark as to where he is or what he's doing. He remembers up until we killed Ansem, and then they went to go find the king and Riku, and that's it. But here we go. Yeah, I'm looking at what moves we have available and things like that. I tend not to get into these things in Let's Plays. You'll notice in the first couple episodes I do, just because we have the time to do so. But as it gets into later worlds in this game, we definitely won't be doing that, because we have to make our way through the game, and there's a ton to cover in this game. This game is huge in everything it has to offer. Ooh, we have a champion belt. Let's apply that to Sora. Sora needs as much help as he can get here early on. And just like other previous games, we won't see it in the next 2 episodes, but we will see it at the end of the week. We do have the ability to switch out partners when we get new partners in Worlds. So just like other previous games, I'm going to do like every other, right? So like if we get, in the previous game, let's say, right, we got Aladdin. So maybe I'll use Donald instead of Goofy in the 3rd slot. But then, you know, in the previous game we got Jack Skeleton, maybe I'll use Goofy instead of Donald in that place. I'm going to try and rotate them in and out so that way they each get the same amount of EXP, but so we could also play alongside the cool character. But here we go. Sora's having some deja vu moments related to the town, which is to be expected. Half of him was here. Half of him remembers being here. And look at those shorts, man. You need a new set of pants, my guy. See, Sora has grown significantly older since the last game, but is still rocking the same clothes because that's what they put him to sleep wearing. So, obviously, you know, that is a world of difference.
What do you want?
At least appearance-wise. Sora looks a little bit older, but he's wearing the same childish clothes. Hopefully he'll get an update on that relatively shortly. Cough, cough. He definitely does. But, we're getting introduced to Hayner, Pence, and Olette. And I think we're going to get the legendary intro if we didn't already get it and I missed it there. But you'll hear this a lot in this game. Sora, Donald, Goofy is the way that they introduce themselves and the way that people recognize them across the board. It is always Sora, Donald, Goofy, no other order. Whenever they are introducing themselves to a group, it is Sora, Donald, and Goofy. Just like that, always. I don't know why. I don't know if they just reused the script or whatever, but it is always in that order. No other order is acceptable for introducing themselves. It is just not plausible. It's odd. It's one of those things that like the fans picked up, and I'm sure it was unintentional, but it's really funny. But yeah, they recognize the king. The king is here.
At the station.
He's at the station.
Well, we'd better get back to that.
Don't ask for any instructions on how to get there, Sora.
Later.
Just act like we, the players, spent a couple hours playing around here and know how to do it. Don't be a logical human. The king is trying to find us.
Yeah, let's get to the
He is. Let's get to the station. Donald, my boy. Let's do a save here because we do have a save point. And I went on for a couple minutes here. Just because we do have... I was only at the 20-minute mark, as you can see on screen. So we do have, like, a few minutes here, but it's always sketchy because you never know. Like, that's why the next episode is 42 minutes long versus, like, the traditional 30. It's because you never know when you're going to get the opportunity to save. Like, it could be 5 minutes from now or it could be 2 hours from now. Like, you never really know. It's not clear in game time. Like, when is the next opportunity to save? So that's why there's some give or take in some of the episodes this week. But here we go. We have arrived at the station, and those shorts, man, they look like running shorts on my guy there. As someone who wears running shorts pretty frequently, those are some pretty short shorts. Need to get that sorted out. Now we're going to deal with some nobodies here. And I don't think that nomenclature has... I think they're still just called Dusks or mysterious entities. Strange enemies to Sora. We know them as Dusks. They're nobodies. I don't know if that's been shared yet, but it's going to be shared next episode. I'm 100% sure of that. At least it's going to be 100% crystal clear, laid down, set in stone. That's what we should call them. But Dusks is actually like the preferred name, right? It's like how the Heartless, like every Heartless we just call a Heartless, but the little black guys that go into the ground and come up out are technically called Shadows, I'm pretty sure. But we just refer to all of them as the Heartless regardless. It's sort of like that leeway. Like, all of these entities are nobodies. And then the big bad Organization 13 members are also nobodies, but like they're the most nobody you can be of a nobody, if that makes sense. But here we go. You can see we're all experiencing some fatigue. We battled a lot of Dusks and miscellaneous guys there. But then who do we have here? Oh, it's the king! And look at him go with his golden keyblade. There he is. They're like, Your Majesty. And he's like, shh.
You gotta board the train and leave town.
You gotta get aboard the train and leave the town.
Here.
Take this. And that is the pouch that was stolen from Roxas. So everything is going full circle here. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to call it an episode. If you like this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. All that stuff is greatly motivational for myself to continue to make videos just like this now and in the near future. And it's completely free on your end. So really no harm there if you want to go and do any of that stuff. We'll be playing this game here, Kingdom Hearts 2, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday per our schedule. And we'll be playing Pokemon Soul Silver on Tuesday and Thursday. We have a lot going on that episode this week. And this week we'll actually have a bonus episode coming out on a Saturday as well. So a lot of good stuff coming out in that time frame. It should be a lot of fun moving through all those Let's Plays. But if you like either series, please feel free to give this video a like, comment, subscribe. And I guess I will leave the end of this Let's Play for you to watch without my narration. It looks like you got 2 minutes or so without my beautiful voiceover. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to see you all here on the next one. And as always, I hope you're all having a snazzy start to your week and continue to have a snazzy week. Till next time, everybody out there, take it easy. Peace out, Girl Scouts.
Wait up!
Huh?
Hey, Sora?
What?
Nothing, but
We came to see you off. It just seemed like something we ought to do.
Oh. Really? Thanks.
You should hurry and get your tickets.
Right.
Huh?
What is that?
They're the same.
Yeah.
Three tickets, please. I can't help feeling like we won't see this town again.
Why not?
You're thinking too much.
Yeah, you're right.
Ta-